Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Real Talk Travel by Susan. Oh, we have an adventure waiting for you because we are going to go on some romantic times away and special opportunity to let people know about destination weddings and so forth. And of course, we have a special guest with us, with Sabrina from Karisma Resorts. And we're so happy that you could join us today. And just to let you know, Real Talk Travel is by Speak Up and Empower. It's an online membership group of all kinds of experts that have got lots to say. And I'm the expert with Real Talk Travel. And of course, I've got some help with me. And Sabrina, we're welcome today. Like I said, we're going to talk about romance and you're going to help us take it away, and then I'll say a little something about the Canadian Bridal Show that's up on this weekend, June 5th and 6th, virtually. So go ahead, Sabrina. Welcome.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. And I think that if we've learned anything as Canadians, not traveling for some time, it's that we really have had some time to think about that special experience, taking perhaps that extra leap that we were thinking about, or having a romantic and memorable trip. And what a great way then to work with an expert. So I'm really glad that this group exists, because you can speak to someone you know is a certified professional and expert. You're not calling some random number or just booking online. You're speaking to someone like Susan or her team that has been to the property, has relationships with us, has been to the destination. So you're in great hands. Make sure that you make the right move when you're putting these kind of things on the table and having an experience like travel, because I know we're all eager to do so. So without further ado, let's talk about what gourmet inclusive romance and weddings look like. So gourmet inclusive weddings and romance, it starts with the gourmet inclusive aspect. So at Karisma Hotels and Resorts, we have the pillars, which are gourmet inclusive. So it's not your typical all-inclusive. It's all a la carte dining. It's gourmet cuisine, premium drinks, personalized service, and activities for all ages. Well, what does that mean? Gourmet cuisine means you're going to have a meal that looks like what you can see right now on the screen. You're going to have beautiful, delectable, conversation-provoking presentations made by award-winning, internationally trained chefs. You're not going to find cookie-cutter restaurants that are the same throughout our properties. You're going to find on-trend and authentic local cuisine offerings. And we cater to every dietary requirement. How romantic is it if you go somewhere at an all-inclusive, for example, and you are a vegetarian and there's nothing for you to eat? So we've got everything covered, from plant-based cuisine to celiac, someone who cannot have gluten or has a severe nut allergy. Not a problem. They're going to have a gorgeous meal, all the same as anyone else in our hotels would. And we're going to take that into consideration. The chef meets with the guest and all of our team is on board. As a matter of fact, any restaurant you step foot in our properties, we're asking it again, just to be sure, even though we have you down by room number, but just to know, do you have any allergies or just dietary preferences? And we want to cater to that. We also offer things like 24-hour room service within all of our properties within any room category you book, just to name a couple things. Now, the premium beverages to wash all that great cuisine down, things like a dozen house wines included in the all-inclusive. Now, that's not a typical all-inclusive feature you'll see. You've got a bunch of different whites, over 6 reds, a rosé or 2 rosés, and a sparkling option. Personalized service. So have you heard of this before? And I don't know if you've heard from any other hotel company. I certainly hadn't, Susan. We actually have a romance concierge.
Yes, I heard that. The maitre d', the romance maitre
Yes, so
d'.
our romance maitre d', thank you. Actually, just last week, the team at the Eldorado Seaside Suites told me about the romance maitre d's adventure in creating this surprise vow renewal that this husband had planned. They flew actually, and he brought the dress and everything without her knowing. She went to the spa for the day, and the romance maitre d' orchestrated all of this with the hubby, and she thought she was just coming to dinner on the beach, and there was this beautiful ceremony set up with decor and everything. So that's the role of the romance maitre d'. Then, of course, we have staff members to attend all of our different aspects of our guests' experience, as well as concierge, sommeliers, tickeliers, and so much more. With the premium drinks, I also don't want to forget to mention that we've got these really on-trend bars. And I think there's nothing, more romantic than being able to experience and enjoy in new adventures, like the El Dorado Seaside Suites with a mezcal bar. That's the smoky cousin of tequila. It's a little bit different, and there's an entire bar dedicated to this beverage. And every one of our hotels has a highlight like that. Of course, with also non-alcoholic beverages and great mixology offerings throughout all of our resorts.
And I
There's
love that
also
resort.
Yeah, and there's also activities for all ages. So on property, right at the El Dorado Royale complex, we're looking at the horseback riding you can do. You can visit a cenote. There's a 5K run every Friday because, you might want to work off the gourmet cuisine. Just to name a few of all the great activities we have for guests of all ages throughout our properties. Now, our properties are award winning, and don't you worry, I'm not going to read all of this slide to you. This is just in the last couple years, actually, all the different awards that we have and accolades from TripAdvisor, AAA 4 Diamond, Magellan, Travel Weekly, and much more. Sustainability is a big part of our values at Karisma Hotels and Resorts. And we know that many of you guests out there, when you want to book a trip, you want to think about who's taking care of the environment around, the carbon footprint, the community. It's not just about recycling. We all know this now. So we have a number of accolades in the sustainability sector as well as certifications and an entire team that's dedicated to this. So far, actually, that we have our very own greenhouse, which is close to 100,000 square feet, that we can do greenhouse to table. It's right on property in Riviera Maya at the El Dorado Royale and serves all of our properties in Mexico and the Riviera Maya with fresh herbs and vegetables.
Couldn't get any fresher than that, right?
Oh, it's amazing. And you can have a tour of it if you love. That looks not, my tomatoes look nothing like that. I'm sure that we're all in the same boat, but they have got gorgeous hot peppers and tomatoes and herbs and all kinds of great things. And our health and safety is also important. This has always been a keystone for Karisma Hotels and Resorts, and now even more so. Everyone's on the bandwagon with the protocols, of course, we have to be, but our team of safe health and safety is very excited because they're in the spotlight, and they have been implementing hundreds of new protocols and procedures to ensure our guests have peace of mind. So we have a peace of mind promise, and again, going with Susan, she's going to share with you all of this. It's always updated with the FAQs of what we're doing, how we're doing it, when we're doing it, what does it look like. But we have the latest in technology. I'll just name a few things. We've got apps at our properties that you can check in on in advance. You can order your room service, book a spa appointment. We've got our rooms are sealed for 48 hours between use of the guests. We are not compromising any of our food and beverage service. Luckily, we've always been predominantly a la carte dining. So we still have that. We've got our room service. It's just now on environmentally friendly disposable dishes. So we minimize coming back again for the dishes. So you're having the same amazing gourmet experience with a great peace of mind. And we have additional independent certifications from the one I showed you earlier, even with the Mayo Clinic. So internationally recognized Megas and Delos, which is backed by Dr. Deepak Chopra. So you can read all about this when you're interested in booking your trip on our Peace of Mind, and of course, consulting with Susan. What I love about this is that for us in Canada, our current recommendations, and Susan would be better versed at this than me, are that we need a PCR test to show that that we do not have, that we come back negative for COVID upon re-entering in Canada, right, Susan?
Correct.
So
yes.
We've negotiated a special rate, and not only that, they're available on site, on property at all our Mexico and Caribbean properties. So our clients can really have peace of mind. They can even book in advance. And should any of the party that's traveling with you come back with a positive test, their quarantine is covered for 14 days. So again, a great peace of mind. Now let's get into the fun things with destination weddings. I don't know if you knew this fact. Probably some of you who are on watching this with us might not know, but they're actually, the average cost of a destination wedding in 2019 was 34,000 US dollars. So over 40,000 Canadian dollars is what you're spending in an at-home wedding. So the message to you is, why not get everyone together and fly down to an amazing tropical destination rather than having them come to your city? Now more than ever that we've been not able to travel, well, this is a great way for everyone to get together, get to know each other again, see each other, and have a great experience in paradise. And you've got this amazing backdrop no matter what you do, because you're right in front of the Caribbean Sea.
Absolutely. Yes.
And yeah, and what's different about our collection of destination weddings is definitely the gourmet inclusive experience, which I mentioned. You're not worrying, when you bring a group of people with you to travel and you're convincing them to spend this money to go away with you for a week, you're not going to have to worry that, they don't fall completely in love with this property and these experiences, because we've got this stellar cuisine, all the great experiences that we talked about. Then there's an expert wedding team taking care of everything. Over a decade, they did my destination wedding November, over a decade ago, and it's still going strong. I'm still married, so everything works out really well. We really have an amazing team with over a decade of experience, thousands of weddings. And at the same point, we're not a wedding factory. Some of our hotels only do one wedding a day. To top that off, we have affordable private events, so really well done and affordable, really unique wedding locations, which I'm going to show you, personalized service, and even a wedding concierge. So, we had the romance maitre d'. Well, when you come on a destination wedding and you're there as a group, I actually remember being pretty annoyed with my cousin, hi, if you're watching, sorry, where she was asking me in advance, she was in Canada, I lived in Mexico, is there Wi-Fi? She was asking me 150 questions, or while it was even the wedding week, and I was saying, are you serious? I'm trying to get married and you're asking me all these little questions about the hotel. Well, the wedding concierge is there to help the guests through this so that the bridal party can relax and think only about the wedding, because that's the focus. So if there's a change in plan that the cocktail party is moving locations, the wedding concierge is going to share that. If there's a letter to be sent from the wedding couple to the rooms, the wedding concierge is going to take care of that. All updates and information. Besides having a regular hotel concierge, the wedding group actually has the extra service of the wedding concierge. Now let's take a look at some of these really fun locations. So the properties we're showing today are the El Dorado Spa Resorts, the Azul Beach Resorts, Generations Riviera Maya, Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts, Sensatori, and Margaritaville Island Reserve. And I'm going to get into a little later the difference of the properties, where they are. But I want to start with locations. Sky Wedding is one of the most phenomenal, especially those who,
stunning.
Yes, and maybe you want to look at the Caribbean Sea, but you don't want to try walking in your high heels in the sand. Understandable. And this is for a very sophisticated and elegant look and feel. They all have webcam service and so much more included in the package, and I love it. And almost every one of our hotels has this. We also, of course, have the beachfront locations. Right over the sea on piers, we have a few properties with this. This, for example, is at Generations Riviera Maya. We can host dinners, cocktail parties, ceremonies, receptions, you name it. It's a phenomenal space. We also have chapels. So for that religious ceremony, that can be celebrated in one of our many beachfront chapels. We also have private villas. So we've been seeing a big trend in micro weddings. So those wedding couples who perhaps would like to go away with just a handful of friends, or a family would like an intimate gathering to really, solidify their love and have that wedding celebration that maybe they never had. And so the villas are super great for that, in the reason that they're between 6 to 12 bedrooms, depending on the villa, and they're right within walking distance from our 5-star gourmet inclusive properties. So we start off with Villa Casa del Mar, just 15 minutes from the Cancun International Airport, and Villa Esmeralda. So you have butler service, chef service. One of them even has its own little kids club and meeting space. So you could take a work stay vacation, or a workcation as we call it, come and have your entire group here and have a destination wedding experience private within this villa. Now talk about traveling and staying within your bubble, if that's what's interesting to you.
Wow, it's absolutely wonderful. People wouldn't have to worry about, mingling with too many people other than their bubble.
That's right. And we've got an option. I mentioned the two previous one are for guests of all ages, and this Villa Maroma is actually at our adults only El Dorado Maroma property. Now, the types of ceremonies we can help celebrate are legal, same-sex ceremonies, symbolic, South Asian, Catholic, and also vow renewals, just to name a few. The different wedding packages that we want to get into would start with our Always and Forever. It is a great basis, which I'm going to tell you about in just a moment. And I'm also going to tell you about how you can get this with Susan at no cost. Then Memorable Moments Signature Wedding Collection would be the next level up. It's close to $3,000, which includes more than the baseline, but the Always and Forever baseline gives you everything you need. You'll see in just a moment. Then the Ultimate Memorable Moments Wedding Experience is just under $8,000 US. So you're talking a very big difference to that average cost of destination wedding that I shared with you. That's close to 40,000 Canadian. Now we have packages even higher than this in a wide variety, but for time purposes, I just wanted to give you a taste of the main ones. And everything is fully customizable, which I love. So the Always and Forever is going to have, and I won't read everything, not to worry, it's going to have all the ceremony decor. You'll have, or a great basis of ceremony decor, I should say, because saying all the ceremony decor to a bride might be kind of tricky, because maybe she wants balloons and doves and every chair to have, you know, a peacock feathers. I don't know. So let's just say it has some great basics for ceremony decor. Aisle runners, ceremony location, garden chairs, sound system. You've got ceremony services with the minister, translation, filing of the documents, witnesses, reception. So that's your dinner. It's included. It varies by property, but it's a reservation within one of our restaurants. It's semi-private, but it's included. And then we also have the wedding designers, services included, the on-site wedding attendant, the groom's room. So get this, we actually set up a room for the groom with a full bar and specialty gourmet bites for him to get ready in, or, you know, one half of the wedding party, however that may be, to enjoy themselves. And at the same time, we have the ladies invited to the bridal spa suites. We have bridal suites in every one of our spas.
Awesome.
It's a whole floor that they get to enjoy and indulge with gourmet bites and mimosas to get ready. Isn't that great?
Yes.
And then also even have the night before, you can sleep in the groom's room. If we have it available, they can actually sleep there the night before if someone wants to be traditional and separate for that one night before. Then it includes also a honeymoon and package, which is phenomenal. And I'll go over a little bit more in detail what that looks like in a moment. So I'd like to show you what the wedding inspirations look like, just flipping through again real quick, and these are all customizable. So these are the memorable moment inspirations. Again, just inspirations. You can change it however you'd like. So we have coastal bliss, we have sophisticated soiree, and throw in the chat box, which is your favorite. If you have a chance, or if you're watching on Facebook, throw it in there. Which is the one that you love the best? Colonial charm. I happen to really love this one. Majestic flair. I don't know if I'd be able to pick between the two. And last but not least, vintage elegance. Isn't it beautiful?
I like the vintage. It's quite elegant. Yes.
Isn't it? I also love it. It's hard for me to decide.
But
and we're missing pure glamour.
Yeah. Oh, they're all beautiful.
They really are. And again, everything is customizable. And not only that, we've taken it as far as to customize menus. You can see the charger plates, the napkins go with it, even sweet treats that can be sent to everyone's room with a note from the wedding couple. So there's the sky's the limit. And again, everything is customizable. So it's not like you have to narrow it down right at the moment. Then we've got some great special offers. I mentioned, again, you're going to be booking with Susan. So you're going to want to ask her for these details, and she can help you get into what we have called the the wedding dress rehearsal. This is a sort of a newer program where we are allowing wedding couples to come. Again, you'll book this with Susan for 3 nights and 4 days to a number of our properties. You can come and stay at one of them that you choose for 3 nights and 4 days for $700 US. So let's say under 1,000 Canadian, a 3-night weekend getaway, or during the week, or whenever we can travel, or it suits your schedule. You're going to meet with the on-site coordinator. You're going to have a private menu tasting of our banquet kits, our cakes. You're going to even have, courtesy of our spa, a hairstyle or a makeup rehearsal. And that's all in the same price for $699. So you can get to see the venue, meet the team, and experience the resort firsthand for 3 nights and 4 full days. Then we also have this great program called Cash for Your Bash. And again, you're going to want to consult with Susan, as she's the expert in this. So I'll just let you know that with Cash for Your Bash, all you need is 5 rooms, and you can get that Always and Forever package that I showed you complimentary. So there's no cost for it. And then the more rooms you book, the more money you receive towards your ceremony, cocktail parties, dinner receptions, wedding decor, and more. So Susan will fill you in what you're going to want to do. What all you need to know is it varies by season and by the day of the week that you have your ceremony. It's always going to be less expensive to have it during the week because the weekends are more popular. Another hint, most people pick symbolic weddings when they get married because in another country, you need to have a judge, you need to have a translation, and then you usually have to come back, for example, to Canada and get everything sort of legalized again. So it's really simple to have a symbolic. No one even has to know. Many times, that's what we did. No one really knew in the wedding party that if it's with a legal or a symbolic ceremony, you go through all the motions. And when you get back home or even previously, you can do whatever you need to do with your local authorities in City Hall. So check out with Susan this with the amount of rooms you have, the more you get. But a free wedding is yours for only 5 rooms, staying at least 3 nights. So it's super easy. You also can have up to $250 in resort credits additional to that. Now, moving into the private event menus, I talked about this and how affordable it is. Lots of great options. I'd like to go over the honeymoon and anniversary package. So our honeymoon and anniversary packages have the service of our romance maitre d', a private gourmet 4-course candlelit dinner on the beach, a romantically decorated suite with rose petals and aromatherapy after the dinner, breakfast in bed, 2-for-1 massage, and even a 1-night return stay. All of this is complimentary as long as you come and stay for 5 nights. You need to show proof of your wedding, and you need to use it 90 days after the wedding date for honeymoon and either 30 days before or after the wedding date for your anniversary. So let's say you happen to get married in Canada and then you fly down. You want to do that within 3 months and you have access to this complimentary package, or you can just buy the package. It's that simple. Now, I'm going to go quickly through our properties. We have the El Dorados, which are adults only, and we have 5 of them all located in the beautiful Riviera Maya. The El Dorado Royale would be the largest and the most lively of them all, which you see on the picture here. We also feature a live culinary theater experience, which guests can purchase. It's a small fee. I think it's $10 or $15 a person, where you get to have this live culinary interactive experience. We have the El Dorado Casitas Royale with just over 200 suites, which is adjacent to the same property. Phenomenal spa, all king-size beds. So really absolute luxury for adults. And you can actually book a wedding experience called the Private Enclave Wedding, which will be everything included for up to 34 guests. And you all get to stay within this one enclave that you choose. And this is what the bird's eye view looks like of the Casita Suites. So something also to look at if you'd like that special once-in-a-lifetime trip, higher-end experience, and including 34 guests. Further down south, we have the El Dorado Seaside Suites, which would be the largest of the El Dorado properties. As you can see, not even 600 suites. So our properties are not huge by any means, and they're not wedding factories. It's very personalized attention. As I mentioned to you earlier, the Mezcal bar is here, which I love. And I love the fact that all the rooms are ocean view with plunge pools.
Yes. I stayed in a corner suite.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes.
Right next door is the El Dorado Seaside Palms, which is a really beautiful Mexican feel with lots of luscious tropical coconut jungle trees, if you will. Just absolutely luscious. And the beach is fantastic at this property. And it's really close to the major destination attractions south in Riviera Maya. So then up last but not least for the El Dorados is the El Dorado Maroma with 160 suites. And this property is the only boutique beachfront out of all the collection that we have there. This is the smallest one, and it's on Maroma Beach, which is rated one of the world's top beaches in the world. Now, that very same property, we have a really amazing thing to add to your bucket list, which are the first overwater bungalows. They are on the best beach in Riviera Maya. The guests have access to that restaurant, which you can see there. Again, it's all inclusive. They have butler service. I could talk to you for 2 hours just about this, so I better move on. But this is a big ticket item. We actually are seeing quite a few bookings, so the occupancy, it's selling very well because people are eager to travel and have a great experience after, being cooped up for some time now. The gourmet inclusive now, we finished the adults only for guests of all ages. So often in a wedding group, you might want someone in the group might have kids, or maybe even it's a blended family who's going to travel with younger guests. So Generations Riviera Maya would be a fabulous option. This is our most popular for destination weddings. We've got the pier there, the sky wedding location, and a chapel, just to name a few amazing locations. And the suites can turn into 1, 2, or 3-bedroom suites, all oceanfront, and all the guests have access to the adult-only El Dorado Royale and Casitas Royale restaurants and bars and services. So then we have the Azul Beach Riviera Cancun, south of the Cancun International Airport, only 20 minutes away. I love this because there's an adult-only section and also a family section. Hard to find. We actually have guaranteed connecting suites. And we also have family suites that can host 3 adults and 2 kids. And it also is home to the best restaurant in Mexico, according to the Travel and Leisure Gourmet Awards, and it's rated 5 diamonds by AAA 5 Diamond Awards. Now let's move into really fun and chill out. Fins up. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. We're in Margaritaville. So when you close your eyes and think about being in your swim up room and someone coming to you with a tray the size of your kitchen table and bringing you margaritas and guacamole and this amazing floating taco bar, that is your reality at Margaritaville Island Reserve. There's not just a swim up bar, there's actually floating bars. There's games like bocce ball, cornhole, live music. It's all about the experience. Your mini bar is completely customizable at a shop that's called Joe Merchants. That's included, of course, during your stay. The food is authentic and amazing, and it's all about a laid back vibe, so much so that you actually have flip-flops upon check-in, and there are no dress codes. Now we're moving forward to Negril. We have a gem of a property, which I really recommend for the younger clientele. Why? Because toddlers, when you're staying in a hotel with a young one, they're running around everywhere and going. This is a boutique property with a little splash park, a fantastic kids club as well, and everything is just minutes from the most amazing beach that you can find in Negril called 7 Mile Beach. Moving forward to Punta Cana, we have the Nickelodeon, which is really big, of course, for families. This is for guests of all types. I've had people go on honeymoon here and love it. It's not that the characters are there sort of an in your face at all times. It's just one of the attractions. And actually the water park, which is called Aquanic, and all of those experiences take place sort of to the side. But the property has this gorgeous gourmet village, with a lot of fantastic options for you to choose from. This is Nickelodeon Place, which includes the Character Central, Aqua Nick, where you can get slimed, Just Kidding Kids Club, and so much more. And for those of you who want to dream for future, I still have more. We have hotels opening up this summer, including a Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts in Riviera Maya.
It's cool.
With a 6.5-acre water park called Aqua Nick. And we have a Margaritaville coming to Cap Cana for guests of all ages this fall. Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana on one of the best beaches in Dominican Republic. Now, last but not least, I just want to talk about a couple of romantic experiences and great experiences like this Bach Fiesta. So this is Bachelorette or a Bachelor Fiesta. So basically we say, before you say I do, come out to play in this event. So you could even combine this with a destination wedding in another resort, or, you know, we have guests stay throughout our resorts and do different experiences, or you can come and make this an independent trip. So this has a lot of inclusions that I won't read, but Susan can fill you in on all the different things. But some of the highlights are mixology class, a beer field cooler reserved every single day for the group, a 30-minute mariachi serenade at the end, t-shirts, private pool party with an open bar and DJ, you name it. So you get this great party included with a small fee per person. That's a package. And then there's a romance one as well. I've had so many people ask me for this. They want to go away with a few of their friends as couples. Maybe they're later in the stages of their weddings or of their marriages, and they want to go together and go somewhere nice for a romantic experience. Well, this includes candlelight dinners on the beach, couples massages, amenities every night, complimentary upgrades, aromatherapy, monogram bathrobes, pizza making class, you name it. So we've got so many things already pre-created for you. And I have the best news of all. For one more day, You can book any of the properties that I talked about today. The majority of them are in this promo, in our promo called Get Out and Go. It's going to give you the 5th night free and $500 resort credit plus amazing savings. So you've got 1 day left if you're watching today, and tomorrow, June the 2nd, to book with Susan. Give her a call. Don't delay. We're going to share the contact information next. And this goes for travel from now all the way to April 9th, 2022. And this is the contact information, so you can make sure to take advantage, because it's a very flexible time to book right now, isn't it, Susan?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. In fact, if they don't book when they want to go later, the dates will be gone because it's getting booked up very quickly. So yes, and it's flexible to go now and be able to make sure they have their dates. Awesome. Well done, Sabrina. Romance, special times, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, anniversaries, special honeymoons, destination weddings. We've all encompassed it. And it's so applicable because this weekend in the Toronto area is the Canadian Bridal Show, which is virtual, but I will be there at the virtual booth on Saturday under Total Advantage. They'll have the booth there, but I will be there to help anybody who would like some information about destination weddings or anniversaries or special occasions or luxury honeymoons or any events, or like the bachelorette or bachelor parties, whatever the case may be. So we're so excited. And Karisma does it so well with romance. It's so nice. I love the romance maitre d'. I think that's fabulous. Like, I thought,
what a great job to have. I want that job, actually, because
yeah.
how beautiful.
Can you imagine to help put together all those romantic times and special and surprises like the one you mentioned? So beautiful. That's absolutely wonderful. Well, thank you so very much again, Sabrina, for coming and talking about that. We look forward to having you on again, because you've got so many beautiful, beautiful properties that people really got to take advantage of. And the fact that the gourmet dining is phenomenal. You know, the greenhouse to the table, so to speak. So you can't get any fresher than that. And the fact that the service, what they do is over and above, catered to all ages, whether it's adults only, you know, singles to families, multi-generational, and be able to combine it. And we want to put you at that right resort so that you're going to come back and say, wow, I had an amazing time with the Karisma Resorts. And that's the key, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So thank you again. And we so look forward to everybody. Hey, the promotion only up till tomorrow to get out there.
It's our biggest deal. And I have word that that's going to be the biggest sale that we're going to have until Black Friday, which is quite some months away.
Yes.
And as Susan mentioned, she is not kidding around. The inventory is getting booked up because our customers from United States and Mexico and other markets are traveling, even though in Canada, you know, we haven't been able to do so yet. So the hotels are enjoying some higher occupancy levels. So make sure if you're thinking about booking that you contact Susan. It's right here, 519-694-9858. And you even have WhatsApp. That's so amazing because I love using WhatsApp. People can send you a voice message, a picture, or a question. It's so automatic and great. Good for you.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough. Thank you for letting us be here with you today.
Oh, we're so happy to be able to be educated more about what Karisma has to offer, and how everybody, when they take advantage of it and book there and are going there, they are not going to be disappointed. They're going to come back and have those beautiful, beautiful memories to talk about, you know, for decades, and they'll want to go back. That's the key. So.
That's right. And we have it for every stage of their life. You know, we have so many clients coming and, you know, they get married and then they come back and they've got a baby in tow, and that's fine because we have all the baby amenities and the kids clubs and all the great things. So we can be there at every stage of their life.
Absolutely. I love that about the babies. They don't have to pack everything. It's all provided right there, you know, for them. So that saves on the luggage, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so very much again. And I really appreciate you joining us today. And everybody stay safe. Keep in mind the Canadian Bridal Show that is this weekend and you can go to Canada's Bridal Show and get your free ticket and be able to look me up at the Total Advantage booth. I'm Susan with Group Travel by Susan, and I'll look forward to talking to you further about all your special occasions. So everybody take care, be safe, and be healthy. And that's the key. We'll see you next week for another adventure.
Bye. Thank you.